Each year, the Roscommon Equipment Center, or the REC, in the northern part of Michigan's Lower Peninsula, hosts a workshop to share information about firefighting equipment and tactics. It's an opportunity for agencies from around the country to learn from one another and check out equipment that they may not be familiar with.
Today we have multiple agencies from several states to go over technology, to go over different firefighting tools, different equipment uses for different applications for firefighting. And so we all work together to come up with different ideas and kind of put them all together to make our operations work smoother when we're fighting forest fires.
This is a great opportunity to come out, see other states' fire suppression equipment, and to see new equipment. In Wisconsin, we're very tractor plow orientated. When we come to Michigan like this, we're seeing the Skidgen, the Humvees, and other forms of equipment.
We've got our 52B fire plow on the back.
The REC is a national program that strives to assist state and local firefighting agencies with their design needs for wildfire equipment. Attendees of the REC's annual workshop are asked to provide a presentation about firefighting equipment and strategies to advance the sharing of ideas. With different terrain, climates, and fire situations across the country, tactics tools and their effectiveness can vary.
Having the right tool for the job is a big part of what we're doing today. And looking at all these different pieces of equipment, we can build the equipment and stage it and put it in areas that's going to be beneficial for the use.
Attendees of the workshop are also given the opportunity to operate equipment that they may not be familiar with. A wide array of machines is typically available for testing.
This is our initial attack tractor plow unit in Wisconsin, and there was a concern about operator protection, and we've teamed up with Storm King Technologies, and we came up with this curtain idea. The curtains is on board, and we can deploy it in the event of a burnover. This curtain allows us, in the event of a burnover, to have a survivable environment.
The Marshmaster works real well. I was actually had it on one of the fires that I was responsible for. I was the incident commander on, and it was a marsh fire. We couldn't access it. It was all standing water on it. And the Marshmaster that's here today arrived on the fire, was able to access the swamp, and we're able to get into it and get the fire controlled, pretty rapid pace. So it can go on land, but it also has pontoons. So if there's standing water, it can float across, so they can actually keep moving, go across, standing water and swamps and marshes, and keep going. So it's a boat and a firefighting piece of equipment. The flamethrower works real well for getting our prescribed burning. We do a lot of prescribed burning across the state for wildlife habitat, for cultivation purposes. Sometimes you need to have a flamethrower like that you can actually travel around, put enough fire on the ground to get the heat generated to be able to meet our objectives. If it's a prescribed burn, maybe we're trying to set back the red maple, to establish enough heat, and you have the application there to be able to do it. Or maybe we're trying to get rid of some slash piles in a red pine stand, and that's been sitting through the winter time, has a lot of moisture in it, and the flamethrower provide extra heat to be able to get those piles going where our typical practices may not be beneficial.
It's really neat seeing what people are doing with fire equipment, along with how they're building it. We have an R&D center in Wisconsin also, and it's neat seeing all the other equipment, different equipment, set up as a fire suppression unit.
When we're able to get all of our tools together from different agencies, it makes it better for the public, the firefighters on hand for safety, and to be able to get the job done with minimum impact to the lands.